Now I'm going to can't hear anything because I don't have these on. Now I'm going to see if I'm live on YouTube and if there's sound. So I've got the iPad right down there. I'm going to check. Okay, I seem to see my little face, so now I'm going to check the sound. Okay, I see me maneuvering. I see my hunched overness. And okay, looks like we're live. We're all go. This is a Sedition Records update. Next, I'm going to test the piano. See how that sounds. Because, nothing's worse than doing a live stream than realizing it was all for naught. So far, so good. Okay, I think we're ready to begin. This is a Sedition Records update, June 26, 2023, just a few days before 4th of July, 1 week prior, Richard. So what we're going to do is a combination practice session and Sedition Records update, because I'm running short of time, so I have to kind of condense everything into one thing. So I haven't practiced yet this morning, so bear with me while I practice. It'll be with vocals because I haven't practiced the vocals in a while. Incidentally, Sedition Records just released 4 new podcasts on the Sedition Records podcast network. It includes Callie Young of Lighthouse, John Caulfield, who else? Well, let me check now that I'm kind of thinking about it. Jamaica Russo, the great producer of the Phoenix Valley area. And lastly, Grant Garduno, when he was 9 years young. In 2018, he's now a star quarterback for ASU and probably the Jets after that. So that's Grant Garduno, John Caulfield, Jamaica Russo, and Callie Young in the Lighthouse Band, all on the Sedition Record Podcast Network, which is a megaphone something. So anyhow, continue. Matter of fact, I'm curious. Let's see if we got the sound on this. Let's hear Grant Garduno. See if it works. Did I bring up volume apparently? Oh, I took a picture of it. That's good.
We have well over 200 episodes available wherever quality podcasts are sold. We also have a Patreon where we're closing in on 100 episodes. New episodes drop every Friday morning, and just remember that little E next to the description means we're probably not for everybody. Just because you can't see out into the dark doesn't mean the dark can't see into you.
Okay, this is the beginning.
You're listening to AZ Radio's Independent Artist Spotlight Show, brought to you by Kirk Studio for the Performing Arts, the Valley's premier music station. The Valley's premier music studio, as I shut off the radio, music studio with today's guest, Grant Garduno and company. Say hi, gang.
Hello.
So it's a wonderful experience as we go through time and back to 4 years ago for the, 5 years ago for the origination of the Independent Artist Spotlight Show, which is now carried on Sedition Records, the early years. I call them the first episodes. So anyhow, with that being said, we'll continue with the practice. Let's see, now I've got to do this song, apparently. Stormy Weather. Because I got to practice my vocals. Stormy, that's all we need. Okay, what key is this in? Don't know why. There's no sun in the sky. Stormy weather since my gal and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. Life is bad, gloom and misery everywhere. Stormy weather, just can't get my poor self together. I'm weary all the time, so weary, so weary, so weary. When she went away, those blues walked in and ran me. Oh yeah, if she stays away, old rocking chair's gonna get me. All I do is pray the Lord above will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, can't go on, can't go on. Everything I've had is gone. Stormy weather. Since my gal and me, my mama and me ain't good together no more. Keeps raining all the time. Come on back to me, baby. Come on back to me. She went away. Those blues walked in and at me. Yeah, if she stays away, old rocking chair's gonna get me. All I do is pray the Lord above will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, can't go on. Everything I've had is gone. Stormy weather, stormy weather, stormy weather. Since my gal and my mama and me ain't together no more. Keeps raining all the time. Well, I'm trying to be more organized, and I've got today's topics on a sticky note. How innovative. I actually thought, how am I going to remember all this? And I got this blue sticky note. It's perfectly square, and I just wrote a few notes on here. Isn't this amazing? Not really, but anyway. But the information is amazing, because Danny Roberts, his latest album has been released. It's called, ladies and gentlemen, The Danny Roberts. We're going to listen to some Danny Roberts, by gosh. That's what's beautiful about the setup. I can just go from one thing to another, probably not so quickly, but, he thinks, Ain't No UFO is going to catch my diesel. It's going to be his big single. It's from the early 80s. It's from his first recording with a label that I don't recognize. but it was a regional hit. It has the word B in it, something B. He'll tell us in his podcast that he's going to do with Sedition Records as soon as we get our studio perfect, which is one of his songs, and it goes like this. Thank you, Danny. And next, his big #1 single that is going to be huge, I think, which is also on the Danny Roberts album, but it was this is the story on this. We released it originally as Break Night, but the real name is One Night Stand, and it's going to be a hit by Danny Roberts. I just know it. International hit by Danny Roberts.
You came out with that red dress on. You had it going on. You stood out in the crowd. You knew what you were doing. You were beautiful, yet you were blue.
Incidentally, the song's in the key of E.
Stepping out into the night.
Another hit by Danny Roberts. I don't have the luxury of fading it out or anything, but it was originally released as Break Night, but he changed the name to One Night Stand with a royalty company. So it's legit. It's now One Night Stand. We're in the process of removing Break Night off of our streaming services and replacing it with One Night Stand. In the meantime, you can listen to his album, which has this song listed as One Night Stand, and we're going to re-release the single as the same title. So there will be no confusion.
You came out with that red dress on.
And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the Danny Roberts. There's other Danny Roberts out there, but you're listening to the Danny Roberts. Just look for The Wizard of Oz. And lastly, this is his anthem, which AZ Radio adopted, and Sedition Records, in our vision.
There's a vision in my mind of love divine, but for some reason she can't see me. So I wander off alone. Once again I'm on my own. Then salvation and the vision fade to black. No, I can't see the picture I've been painting.
It's the Danny Roberts with voices.
There are voices in my head.
And this album is now available everywhere. We had some technical difficulties getting this album released worldwide. They've been smoothed over in the sense that it's perfect now. And it's a 15-track greatest hits album by the Danny Roberts, the voice of a generation. So let's get back to work. By gosh. So we will go to a song that's on here. Oh, I got to do this one because I need practice on it. And it's going to be awful because I haven't warmed up my voice. But that's okay. This is really a challenge to do this song. Bama, lama, lama, loo. Got a girl named Lucinda. We call her the Great Pretender. Woo! We got a girl named Lucinda. We call her the Great Pretender. And when she talks, shook her head like this. She said, woo, woo, yeah, oh my gosh, Babalama, Babaloo, Babalama, Babaloo, Babalama, Babaloo, Babalama, Babaloo. Now I do that stars about to drive me wild, Babalama, Babaloo. Try doing that at 9:30 in the morning without warming up. Woo! Speaking of that, the air conditioner needs to be turned on. One momento. The air conditioner is on. So, with that, I got to practice a little bit more. Here's another one I got to practice. Geesh, I'm really pulling out the tough songs here. But as I check my blue sticky note that has all my directives, let's go on to this interesting tidbit. And that's, I have a single out today. It is called Comin and Goin. It is a famous phrase I heard at Bank of America when I was handling like 100 calls within 45 minutes. And one of my cohorts, or colleagues, or co-workers, happened to mention, boy, they got them coming and going, don't they? Yeah, they certainly did. But anyhow, the song I released is called Jimmy Lee Boggs, and the release is called Comin' and Goin', and it sounds like this. It's streaming everywhere. I'm proud of this song. I got a video as soon as I figure out the technicalities of releasing that. It's accompanying this. If you can recreate this intro, you're one up on me. The song's fun, the video is fun because it makes me go like this. If you're 60, you know how tough that is. So this is Comin' and Goin', made famous by that lady at Bank of America that told me I was comin' and going. Thank you, and that's available now everywhere. Tomorrow, it'll be just the piano version of that song, which is a whole entire neat element of that same song. So tomorrow is just the piano version without all the drums and this fun noise that goes with it. Okay, let's get practicing. My gosh, this is a Sedition Records update. You know, I could make it simple and go and do this song, but I won't. First they take, no, it's going to be the songs I need practice on. I mean, you can only do so much with that. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I what I had to do, and I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course and each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, that I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and I spit it out. I faced it all, I stood tall, and I did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, in not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows, and I did it my record shows I took the blows, and I did it my Here's some news. The Clarences. Remember the Clarences? Well, I finally caught on to who the Clarences are, and I'm just going to drop subtle hints who I think the Clarences are, and we're reaching out to them to bring them on board to Sedition Records. And every time I do Sedition Records, I got to do this. Sedition Records, Sedition. You didn't hear me say that, but I said Sedition Records, Sedition. Here, I'll do it. Sedition Records, Sedition. The Clarences. Let me give you a few hints who the Clarences are. They've released some music, and I noticed it wasn't distributed worldwide. Well, that's where Sedition Records comes into play. We've reached out to Mr. Clarence himself, which is O, and I made him an offer, and we're waiting to see if that'll do. So we're waiting on the Clarences to say whether or not they're coming on board with the Sedition Record family, which includes Sonia Evelyn. That's a name to remember. Sonjaevelyn. Sonja Evelyn. Pronounced Sonia Evelyn. And then there's Puff, P-U-F-F. Not the other part, like Daddy or the Magic Dragon. And there's Jimmy Lee Boggs. And lastly, the Danny Roberts. We're not talking any other Danny Roberts here. We're talking the Danny Roberts that's on Sedition Records. Let's do one more song. This is a Sedition Records update. And we're going to do that song that I just started off with. First Beverage. And I would like to show you something. Why not? Let's make this informational. Some people would say, no, just keep it going, Jim. Keep it fast-paced, blah, 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 blah. No, I want to show you this because we're proud of this. We are legit. No longer are we printing our logo on 8x11.5 paper. We have our official logo, and I'll show it to you. We got it in the mail just the other day. Let me show it to you. This is a proud moment. It looks beautiful. One moment. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. So Sedition Records officially is official with our star on the Walk of the Hollywood Hall of Fame. No, I'm kidding. We just have this, which is our logo. And, well, let's make it up here so it's HIGO. We won't go into abortion jokes. All right, that was awful, but yeah. Okay, every woman should have a right over her own body. That's all I got to say about that. So anyhow, this is our Sedition Records logo, which we received in the mail. It's just like the Star Wars prints that I have that are affixed to a frame. So it's beautiful, just beautiful. Sedition Records, we're now legit. I'll be right back. I'm going to rehang this. You think I just set it down there and step on it? No way. So, with that being said, regardless, what are other some dandy phrases? So this will wrap it up. It should be a pretty good practice. I did 3 songs. I should do more, but I'm not going to bore you with all that. First, they tell you can't do it together. Tell you can't do it alone. She says maybe tonight I'll be ready. I'll tell you, honey, tomorrow's already here. Swinging is my favorite thing. 'Cause all I wanna do is be your everything. So maybe tonight, not baby ready. 'Cause swinging is my favorite thing. Why can't I be your favorite toy? Why can't I be your favorite boy? Don't you know I know how to treat you right? So let me show you how it's done tonight. I'm so tired of waiting for you. For the stars to align with Mars and maybe your moon. So tonight, maybe tonight you'll be ready. 'Cause swinging is my favorite. 'Cause swinging, my thing is what I wanna do. Swinging is my favorite thing. that is the Sedition Records update for 26th of June 2023. We have new podcasts. We have new releases by Danny Roberts. We're reaching out to the Clarences. And I have a new single called Comin and Goin. And tomorrow is the piano version of that. And is that everything? Let's check the sticky note. These are amazing. That's it. We'll see you next time.